Oh, oh, I wasn't paying attention. That's what I get. That's what I get. Oh, that's what I get. Fish on. I got a second one on right now. Fish on too. Doubled up. Doubled up. I got one on that bobber right now. Pull out of the dock area first so that I don't mess with anything or hit anything. It is July 4th, so happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. I figured the best way to celebrate our independence was to go fishing, so that's what we're doing today. I've just dropped my 2 anchors, one at the front, one at the back. So the reason why I picked this spot right here is because this is the deepest spot that I've rode past so far. Iloika Lake, it's a pretty shallow lake, and during this time of the year, during the summer, you can see a lot of the weeds just right below the surface. But right here, I can't see any weed simply for the fact that the weeds just aren't as tall as it is deep. So I'm assuming it's the dog days of summer. These crappie, they want to be in deeper water. They want to be in cooler water. So we're going to try here first. If we don't get any hits, then we'll probably venture out this way and hopefully find another deeper spot. But anyway, I want to get to fishing because it is already 6:56 p.m. It gets dark around 9:30. So I got about 2 hours of prime fishing. I'm assuming that as the sun starts to dip, the bite should just only get better. So I'm just gonna go with some pretty standard fishing methods when it comes to crappie, at least for me, and it's just bobber fishing. So just a standard spinning reel, and then I've just got a little jig head with a little plastic, soft plastic. And here's my honest opinion when it comes to crappie fishing. Yes, sometimes the crappies are really picky as to what they want to eat, but my honest opinion, it doesn't really matter 99% of the time. As long as you put that jig in front of them, I don't really care what color it is, what type of soft plastic it is, they're gonna eat it. Crappie are just feisty like that. So I've just got one of my little crappie tackle boxes right here, so you guys can see there's a variety of different soft plastics in there, and I don't really care, so I'm just gonna go with whatever's already tied onto here. So again, I have my little jig head with my soft plastic, and then I just have a little bobber or float of some sort, and then that's pretty much it. On this particular rod right here, from my bobber to my jig, I probably have about a 5-foot leader. And again, the reason why I have such a long leader is because I'm assuming these fish are gonna be deep. Like, they're gonna be a lot deeper in the water, so I want my jig to sink all the way in front of their faces. So there's my little bobber. Here at Iloika, if you have the 2-pole endorsement, you can use 2 poles, in which I do have the 2-pole endorsement, so we're gonna rock with 2 rods. So we got a little bobber right there. Just gonna toss this one this way. The thing you want to do is when you're kind of fishing an area where you're not exactly sure where the fish are hanging out, you always want to spread out your lures. That way, you know, they're not always just stacked in one spot, because the fish could be over here, and if all my bait is focused over here, like, I'm obviously not in the zone. Oh, this bobber's gone. Fish on. Oh, this bobber's gone. Oh, fish on, boys. 2 minutes. That's a crappie. Oh yeah, we're in the zone, boys. Look at that. I was just explaining to you guys how this was deep water and they might be in here, and we just got a bobber drain. Boom. First fish of the day, and we're about like 3 minutes in, and oh, that's a good earn. That is a good fish. Well, I lost my train of thought, so I'm not exactly sure what I was telling you guys before my bobber drained. But I'm gonna just get some water in this little bucket right here. And here at Iloika Lake, there is a 9-inch minimum rule. So the crappie have to be at least 9 inches long to keep. So always bring a tape measure. This guy, I think he's pushing 10. 11 incher. This is what we are after today, folks. Just some beautiful black crappie right there. Gorgeous fish. All right, in the bucket he goes. That is a great sign we're only like 5 minutes into fishing and we already got one of our 10 keeper crappie. So that's the other thing too. You have a 10 fish daily limit, so you can only keep up to 10 crappie that are over 9 inches long. And this guy, he's 11 inches, so he's well over. In this rod over here, oh, bobber drained, fish on. Oh folks, we are in the zone. This guy's tiny, this guy's small. Yep, this guy's way small. This guy's tiny. So yep, he comes right off, which is good. I was planning to release him anyway. So I caught one right there. I just caught one right here. There's a fish that just jumped right there, which looked just like a crappie as well. This is gonna get hectic, folks. It's gonna get hectic. So we have a slight breeze. Oh, this bobber is getting bit over here. Oh, you guys see that? A bobber is going down. Fish on. Oh yeah. Epic stuff. Looks like another crappie. Get my net. This guy is kind of small. This guy's a little small. Oh, fail net job. Number 2. Oh, this guy's not bad at all. This guy's a keeper for sure. It's got him right at the top of the lip. Measure this guy. That's a 9 3/4 inch fish, in which that right there is a keeper. So that is fish number 2. 2 of our 10 is already in the board, and we're only, oh, this bobber is gone. This bobber is gone, folks. Fish on. This guy's tiny. I'm not even gonna measure this guy. This guy's tiny. He's probably a 10, he's probably a 9 incher, honestly. Yeah, this guy's a, look at that, just right in the roof of the mouth. That is a 9 incher for sure, but I'm gonna release him because, come on, man. Like, I think we're gonna catch a lot more fish. We've already caught, technically already caught 4 fish in like 5 minutes of fishing. So I think you guys can imagine the type of fishing that we're in today. Just gotta keep a close eye on these bobbers. Oh, bobber, dude, this bobber's already getting hit. This bobber's already getting hit. Come on. I know you're there. I know you want it. Come on. No? He's playing around with it. Oh. Oh, dude, you guys see that? He's just like playing around. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? It is a little warm out right now, guys. I'm really happy that I have this little Sun Slayer hoodie from Vortex. By the way, this little hoodie I'm wearing right now is made by Vortex. This is the Sun Slayer hoodie. And if you're looking for a piece for you to go out summer fishing like I am right now, where the sun will beat you up and you want to protect your skin just so that you don't get sunburned and you're just not as hot, I actually have a discount code with Vortex, and you can use my code and you can get 20% off your Sun Slayer hoodie that I'm wearing on right now, because summer is basically peaking right now. So make sure you protect your skin so that you don't get skin cancer, or, you know, just any other bad diseases that comes with summer fishing, guys. So just a shameless plug, you can get 20% off all Vortex apparel with my discount code. Check it out if you want some. Let those guys sit right there. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. That's what I get. That's what I get. Oh, that's what I get. Fish on. I got a second one on right now. Fish on too. Doubled up. Doubled up. I got one on that bobber right now. Ah, this guy's tiny. So we're gonna release this guy. Oh, I think that guy came off. This guy will make the 9-inch mark, but I think we're gonna release this guy. All right, look at that guy. Nice little fish. Let this guy go. Toss this back out there. I need to check on this rod to see if this fish is still on. Nope, this fish is off. No problem. It didn't look very big either. If you've never gone fishing, let alone crappie fishing, this is like my favorite way to crappie fish. It really is. Just throw a little jig on there, throw a bobber on top, cast your bobber out, just let your bobber sit there. Because when you let it sit there, you can do other things. You can really relax. It's not like bass fishing where you're throwing a swim jig and you're constantly reeling. And this is like my type of fishing where it's just really laid back, really relaxing, and you're just pounding the fish. And plus, my favorite thing about bobber fishing is just seeing your bobber drain underwater. But one thing I'm gonna do right now is I'm actually gonna reel in one of my rods, because you can't fish with 3 rods simultaneously. So I'm gonna put this rod right here for now. And this rod that I have on right now, it's just a spinning rod, and it's just basically the same exact thing as this other rod I'm using with my bobber right now. But this rod, it doesn't have a bobber on. I'm just gonna fish right under the boat. So I'm just gonna drop, and I'm just gonna jig right under the boat, because I'm sure that these crappie are just flooded around me. So we're not gonna do a bobber on this rod. We're just gonna do a good old jigging type of technique here. But I wanna let it sink all the way to the bottom first. Oh, fish on. Right under the boat, guys. Just like I said, right under the boat. Oh. My jig was still sinking, and then all of a sudden I just saw my line stop moving. And I just set the hook and he was on there. This guy's a keeper. I mean, all the fish that I've been catching are like pretty much keepers, but I just want to keep the slightly bigger ones. Oh yeah, look at that gorgeous crappie right there. Again, just right in the roof of the mouth. That is a 10-incher. So we got 3 keepers in the bucket. Back out here. And we're just gonna fish right back down beneath the boat. That was awesome. Kind of caught me off guard there. Oh, bobber's already draining. Fish on. Insane. Oh, he came off right there. It's all good. Toss it back out there. And let's let this thing go back down. This might even have a fish on already. I have no idea. Nope, no fish yet. This is hectic fishing right here. Fish on. Oh my goodness, guys. On the drop. On the drop. Oh yeah. Insane. That's another 10-incher, I'm assuming. Insane, guys. Another gorgeous fish. 10.5. Keeper number 4. Oh, that's a fish. He's on the drop. Folks, we are right on top of these crappie. Right there. Gorgeous. Get my net. This guy's tiny. He tail swiped me. Oh, actually, you know what? He's a keeper. All right, let's measure this guy first, because he has the hook in an awkward spot. And I don't like to release fish that are legal if they're a little bit damaged. Yeah, this guy's like 9 3/4, so he's more than a keeper. We're gonna keep this guy. He just has a hook in a spot where it might do quite a bit of damage to him. So that's number 5. I am just surrounded by crappies, and I'm catching them off the bobber. I'm catching them off just letting my jig drop beneath the boat. So that was kind of what I was thinking these crappie were up to during the summer like this, is they're just hanging out in deeper water. So all you got to do is find some deeper hole than the rest of the lake, and there's a good chance you're gonna find the crappie. And like, I guess I found a good spot because we were like 5 minutes in and we already started catching crappie. And so I'm catching them right off the boat and a little bit further out that way. I haven't even tried casting this way or the backside at all, and so I can only imagine how many other fish are just around here that I haven't even touched. All right, and this one we'll just toss it over here, see if we could get them right off the boat. Oh, that's a fish on. Oh my goodness, guys, on the drop. You guys see how awesome he's fighting? He's right there. Boom. Yes, sir. Look how gorgeous that fish is. That is a 10-incher. In the bucket it goes. Fish on. Right behind the boat, guys. Right behind the boat. Insane. This guy is kind of small, even if he is oh, actually I lied, he's actually a little bit bigger than I thought. That's a 10-incher. So we started at 6:56 p.m. It is 7:40 p.m. right now, so we've been fishing for 45 minutes essentially, and we've already have 7 keepers in the bucket. We would have already limited it out if I just kept all those smaller fish, but this is crazy, and this is really crappie fishing. Like I always tell people about, it's like crappie fishing, they are school fish. So if you can get on the school, find where that school is hanging out, you're gonna have days like this where I'm just smacking fish. If you just put a little bit of time and effort into trying to find those little deeper pockets, you're eventually gonna find a school of fish. And these fish, some of these fish that I'm catching right here are actually pretty decent fish. So since I only have 3 slots left to keep 3 keeper crappie, I'm just gonna go and fish right off the boat. So I'm just gonna put my 2 bobber rods away, and we're just gonna fish how I was just dropping it down, and we'll see if we can catch our final 3 crappie and limit out with that method. Guys, I haven't even fished this side of the boat. Let's turn to this side and let's drop on this side. Just gonna toss it right over there. Oh, that's a hit. That was a, he's on. Got him. Oh, that guy's tiny. So small. You see him? Right there? A little guy. We're gonna release him. Oh, there he goes. Quick release. Just how I like it. First cast on this side of the boat. As it was just dropping. Fish just hammered it. Apologize for the sun glare on this one. Fish on again. Guys, what is going on? Oh man, this guy's not very big again. So we are just going to let him. Oh, actually, this guy's actually a nice one. Yep, this guy is actually a very nice fish. We will actually keep this guy. That is a 10-incher. Folks again. Right there. Beautiful. That is fish keeper number 8. I don't know how this happened, but I actually have a knot in the middle of my line, like an overhand knot right here. So I'm actually gonna cut this line off and we're gonna retie our jig. That's one thing that I always want to remind people is like, if there's something wrong with your setup, don't be afraid to take some time and just re-rig and make sure that everything is working properly, because there's nothing worse than knowing that your line has a knot in it or your line is a little bit frayed and just continuing to ignore it and then hook onto a big fish, set the hook, and then the fish just breaks right off because you didn't take the time to re-rig. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm just gonna re-rig. It takes me probably about a minute. So easy, and it will save you a lifetime of heartbreaks. So we fished right here, 2 casts in a row, 2 fish in a row. So let's see if we can get 3 in a row. Fish on. I was looking at that boat and he just hammered it. We're just gonna flip this guy in. That's another good 10-incher. We will keep this guy. Right to the top of the roof of the mouth. Perfect. That is another solid 10-incher. Throw them in the bucket. Folks, we got one more keeper to go after. All right. That was like right under the boat too. I'm just gonna let this guy sink right under the boat. Gonna stand up for this one. So we're just letting our line sink or our jig sink to the bottom. And I'm just letting line out because our jig's a little light, and just letting my jig hit the bottom essentially. Okay, so you guys can see that line just stopped peeling because it hit the bottom. The jig hit the bottom. Just gonna reel in the slack, just kind of jig up, just let it pause, jig up. If we don't get a hit, just crank like 1 revolution, just jig up and down again. Just let it sit. No fish, crank up again. Whoa, 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 whoa. Fish on right there. That's a big one. Whoa, this guy's a fighter. Whoa. Oh yeah, that guy's a fighter. Oh, what a way to end our epic keeper mission. It ain't no giant, but put one heck of a fight on us. Yes sir. Let me check what time it is. It is 7:54 p.m. We started fishing 6:56 p.m. So exactly 58 minutes ago. And we just got our 10 keeper limit. And that's excluding the keepers that I let go that were on the smaller side. Alrighty folks, look at this gorgeous sunset. Beautiful sunset. Weather is just so nice. You guys see that fog way out in the distance rising from the lake. No wind. It is just dead calm. Like right now I feel like it's prime time for fishing, but we've already got our limit, so we're gonna row our way out of here. So relaxing and so beautiful out here. Look how calm that water is, man. Olive oil, salt, black pepper, banana leaves. And then the other thing I can't forget is this mixture of good vegetables. So in here we've got diced onions, cilantro, scallions or green onions, and then we've got minced garlic and minced lemongrass and diced jalapenos. I have got 2 of my crappies right here, and all I've done with these 2 crappies is I've just scaled them and I just cut off the head and I just pulled out all the guts. So we have a pretty decent size banana leaf right here. This one's kind of ripped, and we're just gonna lay the fish onto the banana leaves like this, just like that. The next thing is just salt and pepper it. Just gotta season it. So just a little bit of salt, black pepper, just pepper this side. We're just gonna flip them around, do the same exact thing, and then we're just gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil. Oh, that's a lot actually, but I guess we'll work around with it because we'll just kind of mix this fish around in it. We're going to take our good mixture of vegetables and we're just gonna kind of spread it all over our banana leaves. Actually, we're gonna even stuff some inside the fish, and do not be afraid to go liberal with all these veggies right here. Take our goodness of aluminum foil, we're just gonna set it right on top just like that. We're gonna turn down the heat because we don't want to burn it. We just want to slowly cook it. You might be like, why the heck are you cooking like that? Well, normally I would cook that aluminum foil on a grill of some sort, and currently here in Washington, or at least where I am in Washington, there's a lot of fire restrictions. So we're not allowed to use a campfire, we can't burn wood, and we're also not allowed to use charcoal. So we can only use propane powered cooking equipment. So this is all I have, so we're kind of just improvising here. And how I'm cooking it here, it's a little different. At home, when you have all your ingredients, you have all the luxury of your kitchen with you. A lot of people actually cook this steamed, like they steam the fish with the banana leaves and the aluminum foil. But since I'm out here and I don't haul my kitchen around with me every single time I go out fishing, we're kind of improvising here. Oh my goodness, that smells so good. All right, there you go, folks. So there's all of our vegetables just kind of lathered onto our crappie. Here's the remaining stuff, and then just serve it with whatever side dish you want. I'm not very hungry right now, so I just did a little side of white rice. But that is it. So simple. So there it is, just crappie with the skin, salt, pepper, olive oil, and then all of that delicious vegetables. The only problem when you cook a whole fish like this is you have to be aware of bones. But the good thing about crappie is the meat really just falls off the bone if you carefully peel it off. Just beautiful, delicious white meat.